Hello my dear geographers, I hope you all are doing well. So once again welcome back to your geography class. In this class today I am going to discuss one more new topic of class 9, that is the types of rainfall from chapter humidity. So before starting this, let's understand what is rain. Basically rain, it is the most common form of precipitation. Don't get confused with this precipitation and rainfall, because in some books precipitation is also written as rainfall. Now the raindrops of smaller size and less intensity are known as drizzles. So there is a slight difference between rainfall and the drizzle. When the droplets of the water as well as the intensity will be less, then it is known as drizzle. Now let's move on to the main topic of today's discussion, that is the different types of rainfall. So basically the deposition of moisture from the atmosphere on the surface of the earth is called the precipitation, and one of the forms of precipitation is rainfall. Now the three different types of cooling of air produce the three different types of rainfall. They are convectional rainfall, orographic rainfall, and the last but not the least, that is cyclonic rainfall. So one by one we will discuss that. First, it is mentioned here, that is convectional rainfall. What is that? So there is convectional rainfall in the equatorial region. So where this convectional rainfall is very prominent, you can give the answer in the equatorial region. So always remember, whenever we will discuss some topic, from here try to point out the objectives also. So how generally this convectional rainfall takes place? The high temperature leads to the rapid heating of the air. Such heated air rises in convectional currents, leads to the development of clouds at about 1 kilometer of height. Okay, and after that the ascending currents of hot and humid air, it causes the condensation of the clouds, resulting in heavy rainfall. So basically due to the huge temperature, when from the water body the water will be rise up, it will go up, because we know the heated air is much more less in density. So when it will go up, automatically we know in the upper atmosphere the temperature is really less. So due to that the water vapor will transform into the clouds. Again, due to the huge amount of the clouds will not be able to hold the water droplets, and then the water droplets will fall down on the surface of the earth. So this entire process, entire cycle will go on and on in a convectional manner. That's what it is known as convectional rainfall. So this type of rainfall occurs in the afternoon at about 4 o'clock, and it is also known as 4 o'clock shower. So basically such rainfall is also accompanied by the thunder as well as the lightning, and this rainfall occurs daily in the equatorial region. They receive an annual amount of rainfall of more than 200 centimeters. So again, from here, which region is highly dominated by convectional rainfall? The answer will be equatorial region. And what is the amount? It will be 200 centimeters. So the next type is the relief rainfall, or you can say the orographic rainfall. Oros means relief. So basically relief rainfall, it occurs from the cooling of warm moist air which ascend above the mountain barrier lying in the direction of the prevailing winds. Now in simple words, suppose this is a mountain and beside that water body is present. So what will happen? Due to the heating effect, the water will transform into water vapor, and though the water vapor is very light in weight, so then water vapor will move towards the mountain barrier. Okay, and according to the slope it will also go up, and as we know that mountain barrier is there, that means when the wind, that means the moisture laden wind, when it will stuck to this mountain, then obviously the rainfall will occur in that particular slope. But when again this moisture laden wind will pass from one slope to another slope, then what will happen? The entire moisture will be loosened. So the air that will pass to the another slope, the air will be completely dry. Due to this, the next slope will not get any type of rainfall. That is known as orographic rainfall. So number one, the slope which is getting the rainfall or which is experiencing the rainfall is known as windward slope, and the another slope is also known as leeward slope. Cherrapunji Mawsynram, we all know that it is generally experiences world's heaviest rainfall. Why so? Because it lies in the windward side. In the opposite side, like in the leeward side, Shillong is located, and as you can see that Shillong is receiving less amount of rainfall. Done. Now the third number is the cyclonic or the frontal rainfall. What is that? This type of rainfall is due to the cyclones and the depressions, okay, irrespective of relief or the convection. So basically for the cyclonic rainfall, the major causes are the depressions and the cyclones. So when the warm and cold air masses, they confront each other, the warmer, that means obviously the lighter air, generally climbs above the colder or heavier air. The boundary zones of these air masses are called the fronts. Okay, and the rising air is cooled while undergoing a frontal lift. So this causes the precipitation. Such precipitation or rainfall is called the cyclonic or frontal rainfall, and it is really very heavy in the tropical cyclones. Basically, the Western Europe, they are experiencing this cyclonic rainfall. So in cyclonic rainfall, the front plays the important role. Front means when the warm and the cool, both the air will strike to each other, okay, or they will converge to each other, and one fine line will be there. That fine line is also known as front. Done. So this was all about the rainfalls and the type of rainfalls. Whenever these questions you are going to attempt in your exam, please mention the diagram along with this. Then your entire answer will be appropriate. Okay. So I hope this part is quite clear, and in our next class we are going to discuss the new topic. Till then, thank you and take care.